YouTube Nation, Manvent TV, aka Me TV, aka The Guardsman. Look, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but these companies are telling you exactly what they think of you. I don't understand, where's the disrespect coming from? Like, where did this come from that you feel that you can bag on your consumers? And you think we're still going to buy your bullshit, EA and our bullshit? I cannot believe this. Let's get started. Dragon Age creator says EA executives thought BioWare fans would eat whatever slop they were given since the nerds in the cave would always show up for an RPG because it was an RPG. This is what they're saying. This is what they think of you. I don't know where these executives come from, but it's absolutely ridiculous. Look, if you don't like consumers or customers buying your product, because that's what you're doing right now, you're insulting customers, and they're going to get to a point where, like, you know what, fuck you. There's a reason why EA at one point they won back to back worst company in America. There's a reason. But you know what, for me, I think this is something that people will eventually they'll just buy into. Okay, well, you know, because they have no backbone. Okay, well, they insult us. We'll still buy your game. We'll still buy it. And it's ridiculous that they're doing this. But you know who will do that? You know who will see, oh, they're disrespecting us, but you know what? I'm still going to buy their shit anyway. Madden 26. Let's talk about it, all right? Now, for those who don't know, as we know already, Madden 26 is going to be ass. Because every year, it's ass. All right? We know this. Trash juice. We know this. But, let's get started with this. Madden 26. Because Saquon Barkley, now you have to understand, us Eagles fans, since we won the Super Bowl, everyone, you know, is turning around and saying, hey, you know, we won. We're the best. And, you know, there's no doubt about it because we won. And now you're just going to buy whatever slop they throw at you. Now, mind you, slop. That's what the executive said. Slop. And these people really going to buy into it, especially Eagles fans, because they're fucking stupid. Especially on Twitter, they're a bunch of fucking seals. They will follow anything. Bunch of lemmings. And then they had the nerve, you know, EA, to come to Philadelphia, all right, and go to Geno Steaks. Now, anyone who knows Philadelphia and Geno Steaks, or for those who do not know that are outside the state or whatever, Geno Steaks is a tourist spot. That's all it is, a tourist spot. No one in Philly goes to Geno Steaks. They got popular because, you know, they're cheesesteaks at one point. Then they went and pivoted to politics. Now they're just going to, you know, listen, people just don't go there. Maybe, I'll say this. Maybe they go there for a really late night snack. That's it. They're trash. And Eagles fans know this, but say, oh my God, they put it up there. We go, you know, we hot. We great. They're not going to go Geno Steaks and buy a cheesesteak. But that's what EA thinks of Philadelphia. And the thing is, they're celebrating this because Saquon Barkley is on the cover. He has a 99 overall, right? That's the reason I'm bringing this to you. Has a 99 overall. Who gives a shit? Who cares? Ratings don't matter. They just don't. We know in patches they'll raise your rating or they'll lower your rating or they'll put you in injury or that's how it works. No one cares. 99 overall. Get the fuck out of here. This is something to celebrate now. And here's the thing. It gets worse. Saquon Barkley gets an iced out chain that says 99 because of his overall. I have not seen something so fucking shallow. And the fact that this hurts the culture because it stereotypes the culture, especially when I'm talking about is black culture. I'm going to get me a iced out 99 chain. Do you understand that there are kids who look up to you that are in poverty? Do you understand this? They see that and say, I should be like that. I want the chains. That's ridiculous. And you didn't think once about this. This is why I don't like Saquon Barkley. Is he a hell of a player? Yes. He can play his ass off. He is talented. But the fact that this is how he celebrates, this is bullshit. Grow up. Seriously. But we got more news. All right. Borderlands. Let's talk about it. For those who don't know, and again, you are sitting here judging gamers. All right. Borderlands 4 boss says a real fan, a real fan, will pay $80 for games. A real fan. So if you don't pay $80 for games, clearly you're not a real fan. You're not a real fan. You're not a real gamer. You have to be fucking kidding me. First off, who the fuck are you to say who's a real fan and who's not? That's what I want to know. That's crazy. And gamers got all over him for it. And I want to pull this up, all right? Because when they got all over him for it, pulled up the wrong thing. Give me a minute. Here we go. Gearbox. He says, "I'm sorry there was a misunderstanding," because gamers got on about it. What misunderstanding? That's what you said. We are taking you at your word. That's what you said on Twitter. I don't understand where there's a misunderstanding. You're trying to pin it on gamers and say, you're not understanding what I'm saying. No, we understand what you're saying. That's how you really feel. You're just saying you're sorry because gamers, they're going to back out of your game. You want people to buy your game. And I just want to put this out here to be fair. Randy Pitchford does not make the prices for these games. That's the publisher. But for him to co-sign this is a bunch of bullshit. I've never seen so many people judge consumers like this. I don't understand it. Let's move on. All right. What do we got next? Oh, yes. Fatal Fury. Let's talk about it. Fatal Fury, despite unfathomable marketing spend, and we know this because I've covered this from the beginning. How much money they were spending, how much the Saudis got into, was it 96% stake in SNK, and then they threw their own people into the game. Where guest spots would have mattered when it comes to the actual game and the actual story. You had enough characters, yet you put fucking Ronaldo in. And Ganache. Who gives a shit? None of those characters matter. And you know what? It seems like this is going to be a thing. But you know what? Maybe it's not. And here's the thing, all right? It flopped, regardless. But you have gamers, or should I say, I don't even call them gamers. No, I shouldn't call them gamers. They haven't earned it, all right? YouTubers are sitting here saying SNK hit their price points. They actually did well. Get the fuck out of here. It flopped. And for the FGC to sit here and say, oh, it's a great game. Personally, I think it's a good game. But for them to support it, they didn't go out and support it. That's why it flopped. It didn't catch the general audience either. But there's more. They hit their price points. They're actually doing well. Get the fuck out of here, man. For those who do not know, all right, SNK CEO Kenji Matsubara steps down amid underwhelming launch for Fatal Fury City of Wolves. So he stepped down. So I don't want to hear that SNK made their quota. I don't want to hear that shit. If they made their quota, this guy would not be stepping down. It's ridiculous that people are going out here and saying it and act like what they're saying is gospel. I don't understand anymore. But there's more. There's more. Because for those who do not know, all right, the FGC, since they didn't, support it, you're wondering what the fuck are they doing? Because you want these games to flourish, yet you don't go out and do it. You're a bunch of fucking hypocrites. You want something that is already, already there without supporting the bullshit. And I say bullshit because let's be honest here. All right? Those characters, those DLC, that's bullshit. But the base game is good. But I don't understand this whole thing. Capcom giving you DLC for a base game for what? $70, $80 now? So you gotta pay for that. Or even when we were looking at it back then, $60. And they were only giving you only a certain amount of characters. Then he wanted to hit you with season passes. And it's not just Capcom. Every fighting game, it seems, every fighting scene game, it seems that they're doing this now. Tekken does it. Season passes, DLC. Under Night and Birth, alright? Actual DLC. It's ridiculous that this is what we're seeing. The model has to be killed. But you would think, FGC would focus on more important issues. Nah, they're too busy getting $100 for taking their fucking shirts off at a competitive tournament.
Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
No! They're getting people to take. No way! 20, 70.
Do it!
No!
Do it!
No, they're paying it. What?
Succumb to peer pressure. You should do this. You should make this decision. The whole world is watching. Now's not the time for modesty. Now's not the time to be shy. Now's the time to do it. Now's the time to go. Now is the time. Now is the place.
This is it. This is the highlight.
This is it.
This is
You've
the
all been
highlight.
waiting.
Bro, he's
Yes! Yes! Here we go. Here we go.
Look at that man. Oh my God.
Naked as the day they were born. Yourself.
$100 to get. He's getting no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Oh my God. He gives him $100 more. No way.
Do you understand how much the lack of dignity that you have to do this for $100? That's crazy. I don't care if you're a bodybuilder in shape playing the game. Taking your shirt off, really, this is the priority now. And, people on Twitter was like, just enjoy the fun, fam. That's not fun. It's degrading. But they're going to do whatever they want, right? Instead of actually supporting the actual games that they say, needs to be supported. They're a bunch of fucking hypocrites. But this is what's more important. And of course, none of the big guys are saying anything about this. Hey man, you shouldn't be doing that. That's not cool. Nope. I told you they want to be ambassadors. They're fucking frauds. And they don't cover any of the shit that I talk about when it comes to the FGC. Not Justin Wong. Not Max. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. But everything has to be positive and rainbows. No, it doesn't. Look at fucking reality. This also makes me feel as though these type of people don't go out in the real world much. Because why would you do something like that? Let's move on, man. Bunch of bullshit from the FGC. Yeah, like I say, support the bullshit. Be bullshit. I don't know. Smite. That's right. For those who do not know. Smite and Paladins dev Hi-Rez just laid off executives and senior staff to keep Smite 2 alive. Hi-Rez chose their developers over executives with no core Smite 2 devs being affected by these layoffs. That is great because it's not the developers' fault. It's the executives who don't know what the fuck they're doing. They sit back and they want to collect these checks without understanding what the gaming community wants. Paladins was great for what it was. Smite 2 is good for what it was. And for those who don't know, because the executives are leaving, gamers are coming back to the games. It goes to show you. Now, Paladins is shut down. We know that. But Smite is around too. So they're the ones that they're focusing on. It just goes to show you where the priorities are when it comes to the executives. They don't give a shit about you. They'll insult you, want you to play their game, buy their game, play their game, and then turn around next year and probably hit you with annual bullshit. And then this is what they do. This is what they think of you. This is what they want you to just deal with. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But there's more. Doom. Now look, we have talked about Doom quite a bit. Now, this is a little late because I was doing the sports stuff, as y'all know. And you know what? Before I get started on Doom, let me say something real quick. All right? Y'all beg. Well, I shouldn't say beg. That's a little bit much. Y'all asked for the sports stuff, for sports content. I give you sports content, and you don't support the sports content. And I'm letting y'all know now, I got a big video coming up for sports content because it's going to be big drama show. There's a lot of truths that need to be unearthed here. And I have the proof. But let's move on to Doom. People are canceling their Doom, the Dark Ages physical pre-order because the disc doesn't contain the actual game. So Doom, no matter how it was, got hit with a bad pre-order. For what I hear, the game is great. However, their business tactics, here we go, executives, fucking over the common consumer. I don't understand anymore. These people are fucking crazy. And then they say, they cry, well, the gamers didn't like the game or they didn't support the game, you know, and we have no idea. Get the fuck out of here. You should have an idea. The problem is that you have so much arrogance that you think that, oh, I can say whatever I want. And then guess what? Gamers gonna eat it up anyway because we so good. Fuck out of here. I don't care how good you are. You're not going to insult me and then say, buy our game. You know who did that? The Devil May Cry did that. DMC. Insulted customers, told people exactly what they were going to, what's popular, what's cool. And they literally said that. They said, people don't know what's cool, so we're going to give them what's cool. Then they turned around and said the sales were going to be good. And that, because gamers jumped on, they was like, we accept your apology. The arrogance of these developers and the arrogance of these executives. It's crazy. Anyways, I'm done for today. I'm done. They said, big drama show sports video coming up. I'm still going to do the gaming stuff. Don't worry about it. But this is something that needs to be taken care of. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Y'all be safe. Game on. I'm out.